Hello and welcome to this week's episode. We're going to take a look at the cultural uses of cannabis.
Cannabis has been used for various cultural, spiritual, and medicinal purposes across different civilizations for thousands of years. Here are some notable cultural uses of cannabis from around the world.
Ancient China. Cannabis was used for both medicinal and industrial purposes in ancient China. The oldest known written record on cannabis use comes from the Chinese Emperor Shen Nong in 2727 BC, who documented the plant's medicinal benefits.
Rastafarianism. Originating in Jamaica, the Rastafarian movement views cannabis as a sacrament that cleans the body and mind, heals the soul, exalts the consciousness, facilitates peacefulness, and brings one closer to Jah, God. Rastafarians often use cannabis in religious ceremonies.
Hinduism. In Hindu culture, cannabis has been used especially during the festival of Holi and the form of a drink called bhang. Lord Shiva, one of the primary deities in Hinduism, is often associated with cannabis. And something I mentioned to Jess as we were going through our slides just now is that I studied religious education at school, and Christianity and Hinduism were the two that the school picked that we had to do like the deep dive into and do the exams on. And not once did it mention cannabis in bhang. We know all about bhang from school, but they didn't mention cannabis in bhang. So that's how like washed out it is from mainstream education.
Yeah. Ancient Scythians. The Scythians, a nomadic warrior tribe that travelled throughout the Eurasian steppe during ancient times, used cannabis in steam baths and burial rituals. Herodotus, a Greek historian, documented these practices in his writings.
Native American tribes. Whilst more commonly associated with peyote and tobacco, some Native American tribes use cannabis for medicinal and ceremonial purposes.
Sufism. In Sufism, a mystical Islamic belief system, cannabis has been used to aid in meditation and spiritual practices. Some Sufi orders, especially in the Indian subcontinent, have used cannabis as a tool to achieve spiritual ecstasy.
In Egypt, there's evidence to suggest that ancient Egyptians used cannabis for medicinal purposes. Some mummies have been found with traces of cannabis, indicating its potential use in religious rituals or as a medicine.
Ethiopia. Some ancient texts and oral traditions suggest that cannabis might have been used in ancient Ethiopia and then spread to other parts of Africa.
Judaism, whilst controversial and not mainstream, some interpretations of the Jewish Talmud suggest that cannabis might have been used in early Jewish rituals. The term cannabosum, found in ancient Hebrew texts, is believed by some scholars to refer to cannabis.
Modern Western culture. In the 20th and 21st centuries, cannabis has been associated with countercultural movements, music like reggae and hip hop, and social activism. Its use has been both a form of rebellion and a symbol of freedom for various groups.
Essential to approach the topic with nuance. Whilst cannabis has been used in many cultural contexts, its use, significance, and acceptance can vary widely even within a single culture. Always be respectful and seek to understand the deeper meanings and context when exploring the cultural uses of cannabis.
Thanks for joining us on today's episode. We hope you learned something new. Please like, subscribe, and ding the bell so you don't miss future uploads.